Hello, YouTube. I hope you're having a fabulous day. I hope you went out and voted, or if you don't believe in voting, whatever, it's your choice. I took off because I don't work holidays unless if I'm getting time and a half. So I took my PTO because the type of job I have, everybody be taking off, and it's the type of job where you have to take off to stay sane. It's like, it is so horrible. And once I'm gone, I will be so much happy. Um, I've been there 7 months. 6 people have left, and that's just in my office. But be careful what you wish for. That's what. That's the best advice I could give to people. Um, I was looking at my Facebook memories, and I was so happy when I did security. And I'm at a point in my life when I'm like, you know what? I might go back to doing that. It paid the bills. It was a little boring at times, but I was at peace. And that's what's important. But girl, I was watching my Lifetime movies, and I wanted to talk about the movie The Secret Life of the Pastor's Wife. Let's get into it. So basically, the wife had an affair. She made a mistake. And the reason why I felt like this movie was so good because it shows the reason for infidelity. Okay, if you don't maintain a friendship and a foundation, and if you're really not in love, you're gonna do things like cheat, right? Now, some people cheat for various reasons. Sometimes it might be sexual addiction. It might be whatever reason, but I wanted to give some backstory. So basically, with this particular story, it was so good. Basically, they had a daughter, but it wasn't his, and so she felt like she owed him because she met him when she was pregnant, and he married her. So her being alone, and she didn't really have family support. The father wasn't around, and she's this pastor's wife, and he's giving her this lifestyle, this big house, and this money. She just kind of accepted it and went along with it. And unfortunately, that's a lot of marriages. A lot of marriages are, a lot of people are not in love. And let's just talk about it. And I wanted to talk about that a little bit. And it's not just in the religious sector, it's outside too. So a lot of people want to know, well, why are these people not getting along, or why are these people divorced? If you don't love each other, or if you don't have a foundation such as a friendship or something other than money, it's not going to last. And that's just what it is. Now, some people do change, and maybe the love was there, but I remember talking to a coworker of mine, and her and I was talking some months ago, and she was like, she don't understand how a person could be a Christian and say they don't love their spouse. I said, because they had no foundation. The foundation they have is, well, he take care of me and the kids, so we good. No, you have to love the person. And that's a heavy topic that nobody wants to address. And I wanted to talk to my single mothers out there because it's easy to get caught up. And for me, I'm happy I stayed single. I have my relationships here and there, but I feel like with a lot of single moms, they because it can happen to anybody. You're in a lonely state. A person who doesn't have, like, luckily I had my father, but you have some single moms, they don't have nobody, and then this man comes along and he's taking care of her and her child, and it feels like love. It's like, wow, this guy loves me, and he might actually love you, but do you love him? And so I just wanted to talk about that. Like, it's important to love somebody for who they are, not for what they could do for you. If a person is romantic and they're nice, you gotta have a feeling for them. You should love the person regardless of what they do for you. That's how I see it. You shouldn't love the person because they do for you, because what happens when they can't do for you anymore, right? So what happened in their marriage is he wasn't home. He was, away with ministry and stuff, and would leave her and her daughter home. And then so she starts this affair with the pool boy. Now the pool boy is sleeping with her and half of the town. So the husband, finding out this, and The movie is so good because when you're watching it, you're like, it's either the husband or the friend. Notes are being sent to everybody saying you're committing adultery, this, that, and the third. And so, me as an audience member reading it, I was like, it gotta be somebody from the church because the language is just so judgmental. The person was putting in the note, oh, you are committing adultery, thou shalt not commit adultery. So off of the rip, we knew it was the husband because who's going to be judgmental other than the pastor, right? He's the one preaching against it, right? So come to find out, he had affairs as well too. This is good. Like it gets really good because he started resenting her because he knew that she didn't really love him like that. And she only married him because he asked and he took care of her and her daughter. And so all of a sudden he has this time on his hands. But little do we know is he killing folks. So when you watching it in the end, it's like, oh, he didn't do it because it's like, because the police came and they was like, you saw Jason, because the pool guy name was Jason, you saw him at the pool, right, and stuff like that right before he died. So he denied it and stuff like that, and it's believable. So then he come clean and it's like, oh, she goes to his office. And this is the best part because it's the climax, and she's looking at his laptop. He was recording her and Jason having sex. So he knew all along about their affair. He knew everything. And so she's like, why, you're a murderer, X, Y, and Z. So he's like, oh, Jason is the devil and I had to get rid of him. He was seducing all the women in the town, and then he seduced you, my wife. And he's saying this and he really believes it. And I just wanted to talk about the difference between having a relationship with God and religion. A person that's very religious, that would make sense to them. Even I'm doing this YouTube video. Y'all can comment, like, and subscribe. I'm curious to know, like, do you think that the pastor had a right to kill the man because he had an affair with his wife? Because in his head is, y'all are in sin. He was like, I'm not going to kill you. You're my wife. I love you. But I'm going to kill the man that you're sleeping with because it's a sin. And the Bible says the wages of sin is death. And even though it's just a movie and he's talking, it's like you got people that probably really think that. Because how many people have watched Snapped and Fatal Attraction, and these people, sometimes they're at the wrong place at the wrong time. And what's the first thing that people say? Oh, they deserved it because they shouldn't have been sleeping with somebody's wife. That's the society we live in, folks. That people are sick in the head and they think that murder is justified because the person made a mistake. So it was just so good because it's like, yo, it's crazy. Then he killed the girl that was going to talk to her. She was going to tell her he was messing with her too. Her earring was in the car. She found the earring. And then he stopped her. She was going to tell the wife what was going on. So he killed her. He silenced her. Then he was trying to kill the wife low-key too, because when she came from the hotel room from where Jason was staying at, and she was letting him know, like, yo, leave me alone, I'm married, I made a mistake. He was like, I'm in love with you, X, Y, and Z. So she thinking that he was sending the letters because he's being adamant. He's like, yo, I caught feelings for you, X, Y, and Z. She was like, if you really love me, you'll leave me alone. I'm a married woman. We can't be doing this, X, Y, and Z, X, Y, and Z. And then he turns up dead. So basically the way the movie ends was good. Like, she reunited with her mother and her sister. Her sister was the one that was trying to warn her too, but then he put the sister in the hospital, but she recovered. And her mother and her sister, they rekindled their relationship, because a lot of the times when women get married, they lose their family, they lose themselves, so I don't know what happened when she was pregnant. They wasn't around, and so this man married her, and so she kind of like lost touch from them. And there's a scene where the sister's like, wow, yeah, I haven't seen you in 7 years. Where have you been, sissy? But it's not until trouble hits that she's like, yeah, I need you. I'm glad I reached out and stuff like that. And and that happens with a lot of people in their marriage. It's not until trouble happens in paradise, that they reach out to family, because family is important. You know, your family is going to be your backbone, whether you like it or not. But comment, like, and subscribe. That movie was so good, Joe. What is it called? I forgot already. The Secret Life of the Pastor's Wife. Yes, that's the name. The Secret Life of the Pastor's Wife. It's a Lifetime movie. It just shows you, like, some marriages is like a dependent situation, like Captain Save-A-Hole. And she said it. She was like, you know, I married him because I felt like I owed him something, because he was helping me and my daughter out. You know, we got together when I was pregnant with my daughter. You know, he was there, and so we got married. You know, and that's so many people I know. That's too many people I know. That's like, oh, he was there for me, and that's good that he was there for you, but like, what about his personality? What about his qualities that you love? And then there's another part in the movie where she's like, you kept me captive. And that's what happens too. You got a lot of people that's just living together, and they're like a cage. They're not going out on dates. They're not spending no time together. That's not a marriage. A marriage, or any relationship, you're spending time together outside of the house, outside of your children. And that's how you could tell if people actually like each other too. Because you're not going to always make excuses. Think about your friends, right? You're going to hang out with your friends at least sometime. Maybe you can't see them all the time, but somebody that you want to be around, you're going to make time for them, right? And so what happened in this marriage, they started resenting each other. Him as a man, he knew that she wasn't really feeling him. So as the marriage continued, and she's a pastor's wife, but there's no love there. And when there's no love there, it's resentment and everything else. You know, so a lot of people, they don't have that. You know, it's sad. They don't have that. They just have sex, and they just go along with the flow, you know. Because you got to think about it this way. If you have people that's fake friends, right, then you got people that's fake in relationships and marriages too. So, but the thing is, you can't fake that but so long. It's going to come out whether you really love someone or not. Like, you know, you have some people that they don't go nowhere together because they don't love each other. And it's that simple. They don't love each other. They don't like each other. And that's why the devil, as the pastor said, it's so easy for the devil to come in, because a man or woman cannot be tempted to commit adultery unless if there's something missing. And that's just the truth. You can't just, oh, we're just having a wonderful time and boom. Now, like I previously stated, some people are nasty and they have a sex addiction. But for the most part, something is missing. Something is missing. Comment, like, and subscribe. It's such a good movie. What is your opinion about it? Do you feel like they have a foundation? Are you guilty of getting with a man because he was there for you, ladies? Let's keep it real. This channel, I keep it real. I'ma always keep it real. Comment, like, and subscribe. If something I'm saying hits home, don't be afraid to share it in the comment section. Let's chat. Let's talk. I'm going to the John Legend concert tomorrow, so I will be posting that. And I hope y'all have a good evening with y'all family. Bye.